So we just got into our apartment in Nukus for the next 2 days basically. We're gonna stay 2 nights and it's really nice. We saw it online on Booking. It only had a few reviews, so really think everything is super new here. Looks comfy, like everything is there that you need. Here we have a table, TV, looks like a smart TV. This is our sleeping area, which is just walled off, as you can tell by this drawer here. We even have a balcony, which at the moment looks super shitty. It's been raining the whole day, and as you can tell, it's not really comfy weather. Super wet, the streets are muddy as hell. And yeah, the neighborhood just by itself looks not inviting at all. It's a really, we can say so, shitty neighborhood. Like from outside, this apartment also looks super shady, Fredrika said. Like she was asking, I hope it's a safe neighborhood, but we're in the center, so everything should be okay. The guy was super friendly who handed us over the keys. So here's the entrance door, our little hallway with our stuff here. So this is the view down the hall, our bathroom, everything very modern. So you have even a washing machine here, and they even included for us here some washing powder, which I didn't expect. Modern shower, like shower head, everything new. I don't think we had something like that yet, like an apartment that was this new. Yep. And here's the kitchen, everything that we need. We have a fridge, of course. There's a water cooker. Again, everything very new from the own brand of Uzbekistan, which is Artel or Artel. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but basically every product I've seen here, electronic product, was from Artel in Uzbekistan. Here we also have some coffee, tea, sugar for us, so we can make some tea, which we're gonna do now because it's so cold outside. Yeah, basically everything is in here. So apparently we have some extra blankets because it is cold today. It was outside really 10 degrees. Now it's even 8. And yeah, we're gonna be sleeping here. Of course we have an AC, like inverter up here, so we could also heat up a little bit. But Rike is sometimes cold at night, so just to make it cozy. And again, if you check out the view, you'll see why. We didn't really expect weather like this yet, like at all here, let's say in Uzbekistan where we are. But from what we can tell, it's only today gonna look like this. And then we're gonna have sunshine, cold sunshine again. So we just have to get through this and we're gonna be okay. But this apartment is really nice, like really think it's a nice one. And really
I got the cheeseburger, and we got some drumsticks, and Moritz has a double burger. And this is not mayo, it's with a little bit of garlic. It's super good.
At several Emmys, we began to question who is benefiting from these shows.
So we are heading out right now, quite late, to explore Nukus, to see what the city is all about, and then of course to go to the very famous Nukus Museum of Art, which is supposedly the best museum in all of Central Asia when it comes to the arts. The museum is known for having a huge selection of Russian paintings, which have been saved by one man particularly, who was hiding them basically from the Soviets in this remote place. So that's also why you have this fantastic museum apparently in such a remote area. Nobody would expect in a place like Nukus to have a museum of fine arts with a lot of paintings and all that. So we're curious about that. And other than that, we're just gonna walk around the streets, see how the city looks like. Yesterday we had like this impression of a little bit of an ex-Soviet kind of place. And yeah, we'll see how it is today with the sunlight. We have some sunshine today. And just look around the architecture. Maybe go to a river here, which is supposedly pretty, has a promenade to walk around in. And indeed, just a few hours to explore and just have a chill day basically. tomorrow, of course, is the big tour to the Aral Sea, which we're super excited about, and also to see what's that all about. So as you can see behind me, we are right now at the Nukus Museum of Art, which supposedly has the second largest Russian avant-garde collection with over 80,000 paintings, and many describe it as the Louvre of Central Asia or of Uzbekistan. And supposedly it's also the best museum that you can go to for paintings in Central Asia. So we're curious, especially because it's in a city like Nukus, which you wouldn't expect anything like that to be in. It looks quite depressing, to be honest, in some parts. So I would suggest we just go in and see what it's all about and if it's worth the hype.
We chose this background on purpose for you because it's the prettiest thing you'll see here in Nukus, I'm afraid. Our plan was to take you guys on a day in a ex-Soviet looking city, which we did, but it ended sooner than we anticipated. There's literally nothing to do. We knew that. We just have to be here for our trip to Moynuk and the ship graveyard. But so we went to the museum, which we showed you. We walked to a bazaar where they sell all kinds of daily stuff for people. It is very hectic. Next to it you also have like a bus station where they almost drove us over. And if you walk just 5 minutes further, you're here by this canal with a nice view. Oh, I see a cat in the distance again, coming out of it. And you have a nice view of the mosque over there, which is the prettiest thing we've seen all day.
Also, I have to say it is really as expected. we really knew it's gonna be this isolated city, and that's really what it feels like. It feels like this isolated place, a bit like outside of Uzbekistan. Because you can also always see that it's being mentioned that this is Karakalpakstan, and like the differentiation to Uzbekistan as well. You see the flags here being displayed next to the Uzbeki flag. So they take it more seriously. They see themselves also more connected to that, I think, from what we could tell. We've only been here, of course, a day. So this is just our impression for now. But indeed, we were expecting these buildings, which are typical Soviet-style blocks with a typical playground in the middle, like streets and infrastructure, which has been neglected over years. A lot of potholes, a lot of mud. Yesterday it was raining, so everything is filled with water. You had a lot of dirt on the ground, a lot of mud. And yeah, just the area where we live, which is very close to the center. Actually, we do live in the center in an apartment, and there it also gives this vibe. Yesterday was more obviously if the weather is bad. Now it's like sunshine, and still it can't capture us.
Yeah, it stands in huge contrast to anything else we've seen throughout this country, which to me came off as super colorful and amazing architecture.
I think that must also be why our feelings towards it are so extreme, because we come from places where we enjoyed every single minute. So we come from Tashkent, where many people say to skip it. We enjoyed the heck out of Tashkent. We went to Samarkand, obviously the grandeur and the sights are mesmerizing there. We went to Bukhara with the old city and everything, the ruins and the untouched parts of it. We went to Khiva, where everything is basically the way it was back in the days.
Pure magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have been hiking in Nurata, we have been to villages, we have been to rural side, we've been to the poorer sides as well with Nurata and the areas there, the villages. And now we're here in Nukus, and maybe that's just the heavy contrast that we're now feeling that makes us feel like, yeah, this place is just depressing compared to the rest of the 1 month almost that we've been here.
And we're already thinking actually of going back to the hamburger place, the food place we went yesterday. It was initially our plan for tonight, but we're hungry and we don't know what else to do. So at least this little place of refuge is comforting to go to. So we're gonna fill our bellies, eat some good food, and maybe then just chill the rest of the day in our apartment. We have no idea because there's nothing to do. That's it. That's a wrap for Nukus.